Hey Facebook friends, it's Lyndsey, and today I'm coming to you live from Perth. I'm over here for the next few days for a conference that's taking place on the weekend, and I'm super excited. I'm here with an amazing company and a very, very dear friend of mine, and we're staying at Scarborough on the beach. So I've just come up from the markets. They have an amazing Thursday markets down there, and I'm up here to talk today a little about loving and appreciating yourself, because of course it is Valentine's Day today, and I know that many people really struggle when it comes to loving and appreciating themselves. And I know that when I came out the other side of my gambling many years ago, I really struggled with that too. And through conversations that I've had with predominantly women, but men too, I know many really struggle to find those really great things that they love about themselves. And that critical voice that goes on in their head can sometimes be their very worst enemy. So give me some thumbs up and share some hearts if you know what I'm talking about in relation to that. If you've ever found yourself in that position where that inner critic is going crazy and you're finding yourself being less than kind to yourself, then I think, hey Yvonne, how you doing? Alice, Jess Lee, how are you? Then I think what I'm going to share with you here today may well be of value. So as I shared when I came out the other side of my gambling years ago, I really struggled to look at myself in the mirror. A lot of stuff went down in those days, a lot of deceit, a lot of things that I did that I wasn't at all proud of. So when I looked at myself in the mirror, I didn't really like the woman looking back at me. And that voice in my head used to tell me all manner of terrible things about myself. So I found it really difficult to just go out into the world and be confident and to pursue my dreams and my goals because of that. Hey Corinne, how you doing? So one of the things that, hey Yvonne, hey, nice to see you too, lovely. So one of the things that I realized in those early days was that if I was to start to transform my life, I really needed to begin to transform the relationship that I had with myself. And I developed some really negative patterns of constantly noticing what I didn't think was good about myself. Now, I don't know if you've done that before, where you just kind of tend to pick on yourself the whole time. Do you know what I mean? Like whatever you do is never quite good enough. And rather than noticing what's great about you, you have a tendency to notice what's not great about you. Now, maybe I'm the only crazy that does that, but having worked with loads of women over the years, and guys too, I know that this is a pattern that many people struggle with. So as we celebrate this incredible Valentine's Day, I thought what would be lovely is if we made the decision that for the next 21 days, we were brave and courageous enough to start noticing what is great about ourselves, loving and appreciating the things that are great about ourselves. No, I hear you, Yvonne. So this is something, as I've been speaking over the years, I've shared with many people, probably thousands actually, over the years as a speaker. And this 21-day challenge of loving and appreciating yourself is really quite simple, yet it's not always easy to be focusing on those great things about ourselves. So I've put together a great little, I wouldn't say it's a workbook, it's just a little flyer. It's quite beautiful. It's covered in hearts, and you can print it out if you choose. And each day, all I invite you to do is to write down 5 things that you like about yourself. And when I started doing this many years ago, what I noticed began to happen was that negative voice in my head, the volume of that started to switch down, and the volume of what I liked about myself started to increase. And my natural focus then became more on what I liked about myself rather than what I didn't like about myself. Now, here's what got really interesting. And that is, the more I began to notice that was great about me, the more I liked what I saw about myself. And truthfully, whether it was good or not, the more I accepted and embraced that, the more I accepted others, the more I noticed the brilliance and the love and the joy and the beauty in others, because I was noticing it more in myself first, and therefore that natural progression was to notice it in others as well. well. So I really encourage you, if you've got that negative Nelly voice going on in your head and you want to kind of turn this around, then join me and let's evolve in that space together. So, you know, I've got a beautiful little Facebook group going on right now that I invite you to become part of if you would like to. And all you need to do is flick me a private message and I'll let you know where you can find that. And inside that Facebook group, I've got this beautiful printout that you can download for yourself. You can start to complete it each day. And in that Facebook group, as soon as I finish this live, I'm going to start a thread in there where each day I'll be encouraging the members of the group to be putting forward at least one, if not 2, 3, 4, or 5 things they like about themselves each day, so they can really begin to build that emotional muscle of self-love, of compassion, and of celebrating the brilliance and the beauty of who you are each and every day. Now, there's 3 parts to this process. The first part is you write it down, and as I say, I'll get that beautiful handout to you. The second part is you say it out loud, because there's something magical that happens when you acknowledge and validate yourself. And I think often when we're in that negative voice space, we kind of settle for a validation from others, and we look for validation from others. Yeah, Alice, I'd love for you to join the group. You know, we look for validation from others when what our heart is yearning for and what we are craving is that self-validation. So when you say great things about yourself out loud, the energy and the vibration of that goes all the way through your body, and something really quite special happens on a soulful level when you're giving yourself this beautiful self-validation. And the third step to that is to be looking yourself in the mirror, eyeball to eyeball, and actually looking into your soul and saying out loud those beautiful things that you're acknowledging about yourself. So Valentine's Day, you know, is not the only day that we should be looking at, you know, loving and appreciating ourselves, but it just seemed a great day to at least start this process. As I say, I've done this process with thousands of women and guys over the years, and doing this for 21 days becomes quite transformative, not only in how you see, love and appreciate yourself, but how you see, love and appreciate others. So if you want to join, send me a private message. I'll send you out a link to that Facebook group, and let's spread some love this beautiful Valentine's Day and beyond. So have a wonderful day, and I'll look forward to seeing you in this Facebook group. Bye for now.